inside of the trading that's important, but so quick. Look at that, the high volatility, small fluctuations. Hi guys, here's me, Anna, at my place. We're gonna be trading, we're gonna be testing. This is the Quotex platform, binary options, and some bunch of indicators that we're trying to mix in a perfect or imperfect strategies. Everything could happen actually. Let's try. Let us start. 1 minute here, 600. That's gonna be a nice result after. Right there, Pulse, power, and downtrend channel. Sorry, just tell that a little bit in advance, but that's the plan for today. Pulse, power, and downtrend channel. Been actually mixing different types of situations. I don't know if this video gonna be before or after. I had a video with also like a channel indicator, which was Kelvin channel, and CCI. Maybe that was previous one. Maybe that one next. And this one is going to be downtrend channel on the bounce power. And from the first side, I'm sorry, that looks like familiar or the same. And the goal for us today, just to compare, that's still going to be 10 seconds. So this is going to be 2 videos with the lookalike strategies based on the different indicators. And we're just going to see which one is going to be better actually. Which one is going to be more stable, predictable, better for prognosis. My beliefs right here, just at the point where we started, that's kind of lookalike strategies, lookalike tradings. But we gotta see, because downtrend channel, if I'm being honest, a little bit more flexible. If I can say that. Okay, no more talking, we're getting started. Look at that. I think we're gonna be rising because the whole tendency is like getting downward, and the bounce power is not, it's at the 0 level. You can see that it is not like at the lowest, but not in the highest part of its own chart. That's like a little bit flat, I must say, if I can say so. Neutral, I don't know. But I think we're gonna be just breaking back, and just wanted to tell you that that's the good sign. If downtrend channel is getting more narrow, it is like with all these type of the channel indicators, we need to follow that moment when it's getting narrow then wide. I mean, that's the most important. It's not about even like maybe the lines, because all of these lines is like the moving average, especially some of them. They're just repeating what's already happening and what's already going on. And of course, just to be pretty sure inside of the trading, that's important. But yeah, you can see it. But right here, that started just like that. It started just a little bit later than we expected that. How about this one? And I gotta tell you, just changing the bad. I gotta tell you that being so wide is actually a sign, not that perfect as getting extremely narrow. That's, you can see that right here on the chart. That's perfect. I mean, that's so obvious. You don't need to think twice, but being so wide, also a sign. Right here, the borders of the channel kind of flat, and we didn't expect that it's going to get more upward, because look at that, that is so stable. I mean, it's not opening, it doesn't mean so we got to get outside the channel, but with the downtrend channel, different types of channels, that, and this channel trying to put it inside the whole chart. So we are just kind of correct, and the bounce power doubling that impression. Maybe that's smooth, maybe that's not drastic, but it's kind of, it's almost like the fluctuations, the high volatility, small fluctuations, and you can see that before, then they heal, then again, like a plateau or something. Now it's getting better. More. And here we are. Okay, that's the peak, in my humble opinion, and Of course, that's complicated. That is the same complications as it was with that strategy that I told you, because this line of the boss power is not repeated in all the charts, so we do not read. We read and we can read, but it's not that perfectly visible what's going on to the chart out of the boss power, because location of the boss power on its own chart is kind of important. So not only direction of the line, but the whole location of this chart. We do expect that we're gonna be following this pattern, getting upward, getting downward. Look at that. Yeah, it's been plain. That's complicated. Just lots of things could be said, but I just gotta tell you that with this type of indicators, look at this chart is complicated, and it is very complicated just because we have 10 seconds candles. It's kind of lots of the signals, is happening with the 10 seconds candles. Okay, let's try one more. Let's get it one more. It's getting a little bit narrow. Look, something is happening. But it's also moving so slowly. What's the sign did you give me just? What's that sign? You started to get smaller, now wider. I think we're going to be catching maybe the end of the trend. So I didn't expect it's going to be that fast, because if it could be that fast, 4 minutes could be kind of a lot for that. But I don't know, it's like guessing. Think is, and I've been using some graphics sometimes, and here with the lines that would be perfectly visible, that we just have in this trend, and we could actually be even rising. So the chart could be rising with this big bottoms. Oh, it's getting crazy. That's the pattern. You can see that pattern where before, now we just repeated that. But it's so, yeah, it's getting so quick. Look at that. Yeah, it's quick. I'm not happy. Not satisfied. I'm not like sad or disappointed. I'm just not happy. That's the news. I don't know who you are supposed to be handled that, like that. Like that. This is not about the trading. This is not about experience. This is not about the chart. This is just trying to handle that. You're trying to earn that money. Just using that strategy. I've been watching that, thinking about that. And even at a moment I was like, is it correct that I made it in an upward one? We are rising. And right here, the orange line of the Donjon channel giving us like, we're going to be continuing. Bounce power is giving us the mixed signals. That is like, we are actually, with the bounce power, this is actually, we are getting a little bit like more downward, because at the on chart, the located of this line, location of that line, it's a little bit like we're getting, and we may be getting, yes, more flat, but not downward, and it's getting slowly, but this strategy is so not enough to be profitable, to put it, just to make it as a system. I don't know, like a bunch of profits. That's it. That's it. Guys, we're just done. What to say? What to add more to all that critics that I put on that strategy? And if I'm being honest, that previous one or the last, the next one, I don't know how it's going to be with the videos. I like that more. Maybe I'm just too tired of this type of problems. The second one was too much for me. But basically, of course, this is almost this, I don't know, the same strategies, and that's true. But for the first time, that was, like testing yourself. That's new. How can I handle that? For the second time, you're getting just tired, exhausted, overwhelmed. So that's why I'm telling you that again and again. If you are seeing this is not working or working bad, okay, you can try it, but shortly, because if you're gonna made it on a long distance or for the many times. You want to be emotionally dead. And this and this gonna be for the all trading matters, just because of the one bad strategy. That's bad.